and welcome. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic, and I'm back here at the Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum at lovely Winton. As you can see, I've got my camp hair going, so everything is great. Still on the road. This is like the final leg, so here for about a month. As you can see, this is my lovely backdrop, the jump up. This is all the outback, and the jump up is like a mesa that sits in the middle of just flat grounds. So complimentary flies, which also comes with the outback, so yay for me. If there's a little bit of wind, because it's a bit windy today, but happy to be back in Queensland and lovely sunshine. So we're going to do the weekly forecast. This is for week commencing 9th of August 2022. My name's Vicki Haspels. If I haven't already said, I'm the Conscious Mystic, and as usual I use the Mythic Tarot, my deck, and we're going to choose 6 cards and we're going to have a look at the energy for the week ahead, and I'll be interpreting the cards based on a little spread that I use to help tell a narrative about what to expect, and I'll explain along the way. So let's begin. As usual, I haven't chosen the cards just yet, so I'll tell you a little bit about the Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum as we go along. It was founded by David Elliott about 20 or so years ago, because on their property they found some dinosaur bones and he wanted to do something to keep it in Winton. And now it's a huge tourist attraction, and I volunteer just a little bit where I clean the fossils. So that means I get to handle fossils that are about 95 million years old, and my job is to make them look pretty and get all the ironstone and dirt off them, just to make them nice and smooth and show what they look like. And then when that's all done, the paleontologists come along and they'll write a paper on them, and then they turn into real dinosaurs. Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum. Look it up on the internet, Google it, as they say. All right, so I think I've got my 6 cards. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've chosen 7, so I'm going to have a bonus card today. So the first card we look at is the page of, the first card is where we're at. We've got the Page of Swords. This is quite like a bit of a shake-up. So this is the first position. This card is where we're at. We are going to understand this. We're going to recognize this. If we don't recognize it at first, when I say to you Page of Swords is an action, you'll go, oh yeah, I get that. Simply because the Page of Swords represents, like, it's a little bit of uncertainty, but it feels like a shake-up. Look at all that air. And it's a shake-up of the mind. So it's like getting the mind clear, clearing the cobwebs. It's time now to decide. It's almost like you have to choose. We're going, not you have to, but we're going to choose a path. And in order to do so, it's about clearing the cobwebs away. It's almost at that point where it's like it's time to make a decision, this or that. We're not there yet. We're clearing the cobwebs away so we can have a clear direction. The Page of Swords, it does represent oftentimes the writer as well. So in order to get clear, you can do a bit of writing. I think that's why the page is sitting there. Do some writing. Writing with pen and paper is always good to clear the mind, but doing any sort of journaling to help that, facilitate that for you. So the next card we're going to have a look at is the Soul card. What is our soul helping us to get to that space? What sort of places will we find ourselves in? What opportunities are available to us? Or what kicks up the bum do we need in order to make that and to facilitate that clearing and clarity of the mind? We have the King of Wands. So the way I see it is that we're all going to have what's going to happen is that we'll be placed in the path of people who go, hey, let's do this. Hey, this is a good idea. They're going to come and they're going to go. Or something's going to pop in and go, this is a great idea, and you're going to go, oh, okay. It's very quick, it's very instant, but it's like really sparky. So every time we sort of get into a bit of a lull and we're not clearing those cobwebs, something or someone's going to come along and go, hey, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? But again, only that. There's no obligation. It's just there to prompt you, to encourage you, to motivate you. So you'll be placed into positions where, and opportunities where those ideas you're going to get sparked, will be sparked. So to spark that clearing of the mind and help to bring that clarity along. The fact that it's the king just really helps us. Sorry, the king means a person, or can mean a person, but also too, it is something that I always look at it as all of the world rather than just something personal. So it won't be something that comes to us as in our own mind. It'll be something external to shake us up a little bit. So the next card we're looking at is challenges and things that what maybe worry us, but also too, these are things to strengthen. So the challenges or the fears that we have are things that we're working on to help strengthen our position. The card we have here is the Moon card. Interesting to have that there. The Moon card represents a little bit of confusion there. The Moon card, I always consider the Moon card as a card of faith. The Moon card represents that we really can't see what's ahead of us. However, we can feel those changes around us. So it requires a bit of faith to say, well, okay, I'm going to tap into that unknown and just know that everything's okay. When we don't connect to that deeper part of who we are, we lose faith, we lose connection with that everything's going to be fine feeling, and we start to race around like chooks with our heads cut off and thinking, I've got to do this and I should do that and I should do this, I've got to fix myself. No. So our challenge is to go within, just to check in that everything is okay. Because looking at this card here, the Page of Wands, that clearing of the cobwebs, and the King of Swords coming in and saying, hey, what about this, what about this? It's almost like we're going to try and push ourselves into making a decision about this is what I need to do next. No, the Moon is sitting there to say, hey, it's still not clear just yet. However, I want you, and this is like your soul self, I want you to go and deeper connect with who you are before anything else happens. And so that's what it'll be sort of challenging us and pushing us towards. It's a deeper connection to us and what means what is important to us. Okay, our initial response. What is our response? What is our first action? Our immediate jumping into our immediate future. We've got the Nine of Cups. Love them. Nine of Cups is one of my favorite cards. It is the wish card. So in other words, also I like to call it the manifesting or becoming card. So this suggests that the more we connect to that soul self, that soul part of us, the more like and I would recommend meditation to do that, or some quiet time, get out of the head and into the heart, means that clearing the cobwebs is going to almost land us where we need to be. So that faith that we build doesn't require us to do anything. It allows us to become it. It settles everything down so that those opportunities start to make sense. And the Nine of Cups gives us the understanding that, oh yes, this is what I want to do. So it starts to soothe us that everything's okay in a very real way. It touches our heart rather than our mind or the solar plexus going, got to do this, got to do this. Oh no, yeah. So it starts to connect us with our passion. It doesn't make the passion rise up, but it connects us to our passion and allows us to see what will actually really work for us. Again, there's no action required. This is something that just turns up. So in other words, things will start to evolve around us and we will work into that. So what is our immediate future? Sorry, a possible future, not immediate. We just did immediate. Possible future. So this is where we're heading. Ace of Pentacles, love it. Ace of Pentacles means that all the conditions of this week clears the path. I see that in my card here, the Ace of Pentacles. See how that down the bottom there? That means that something has opened up and the river gets to flow again. So the dam has been not burst, it has just been cleared. So wherever there's been a blockage, it's been cleared. The fact that it's Pentacles means that it happens in real time. It's tangible. We can actually see and we can see the value of how that's going to work with us. also to that, I like the Ace of Pentacles because sometimes that means a financial windfall. So where if your project or the thing that you'd love to do requires a bit of cash, that cash is going to be available. If it's something that you've like a passion about travel or something that you want to do for yourself, that opens up, and you understand that that's your going to help you evolve, then something's going to turn up tangibly to help you achieve that in a very real sense. It could be cash, it could be like asset help, but it's going to happen, something that you can touch. So what does this mean for our soul journey this week? What does that mean for our karmic selves? We have the Hermit. Now, my first impression with this is we are never alone. Even though we've got the Hermit card, we are never alone. We're always alone, and we're never alone. We are never alone goes way against the Hermit, or what the Hermit represents. So I'm just going to take a minute just to ask what that means for us karmically. I love it for the Hermit being. Thank you. Okay, so karmically, it introduces us to our intrinsic, inherent wisdom. In other words, the how we kick off this week, and all these things may not happen for another couple of months, but the impetus or the trajectory of what we talked about in this spread means that it will start this week. In other words, we are going to understand that our path and the way we work and the way we figure out the way we work we're going to accept the inherent nature of who we are. So in other words, the pathway you work out and figure out and understand about yourself, you're going to understand, oh my God, that's me, that's how I get this done, rather than like, as I said, running around like a chook and trying things that don't work. We're all going to just really align with our inherent wisdom and how that actually works for us. We've got the bonus card, right? So I'm just going to go with it and think, you know what? Let's just say, let's use the energy of this card let's accept the energy of this card and draw on it to help us maybe achieve the goals that we're looking for this week. And we have the Eight of Wands. So I want you to tap into what I'm going to say to you now and use that to fill you up and to help you connect with the stuff that we talked about here. So the Eight of Wands is freedom. It is freedom to create for oneself. It is being able to travel. It is being able to do what we want in our own time and just know that we're able to do it, we're able to create it. There are no obstacles in the way. Look at this. No obstacles. So whenever you feel like that you're up against something that's like the blockage or the moon's getting in the way, and it's like, oh, what do I do and how do I connect and whatever, just remember, draw on the energy of the Eight of Wands, personal freedom, creative freedom. Basically, I know what, I can do this, I can create my reality. I'm going to tap into that innate or inherent part of myself, and I'm going to draw on the Eight of Wands. We've got the Eight, which is that the wisdom that comes with all the experience that we've had. We've got the Wands, which is creative energy, like incentive, motivation, the energy that we need to move forward. And we have all of that lovely ocean energy, dolphin energy. I won't talk about the dolphins so much, but more so about the ocean and the waves, and how that's actually, the waves are moving everything and everybody in a forward direction rather than in a friendly way, not buffeting us around. It's actually helping us and moving us, lifting us up as we go. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. That's the weekly forecast for week commencing 8th of August 2022. I'm coming to you from lovely Winton in outback Queensland, Australia. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. Much love from me to you. Until next week. Mwah. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.